U.S. President Donald Trump is considering transferring long-range JASSM cruise missiles for F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine, Military Watch magazine reported on Monday, citing informed sources. The missiles are capable of hitting targets at a distance of up to 370 kilometers, while new versions can have a range of up to 1,000 kilometers. JASSM cruise missiles will enable Ukrainian Air Force to arm its expanding fleet of F-16 fighter jets with missiles, despite the aircraft being older Cold War-era models. These jets could still effectively launch the missiles while operating from secure areas behind friendly lines. Reports about the potential transfer of JASSM missiles emerged alongside separate claims, dated July 14, from two sources familiar with arms delivery plans, suggesting the U.S. is considering sending a type of long-range missile capable of striking deep into Russian territory. This development also coincides with a recent announcement by President Trump, who stated he would approve the delivery of another Patriot long-range air defense system to Ukraine. He also hinted at the transfer of other advanced military equipment. It should be noted that Poland is among the 4 countries that obtained these cruise missiles from the U.S. First introduced in 2003, the JASSM missile features limited radar evading capabilities, precision guidance, and a 450-kilogram warhead. The missile's limited number of international users and the absence of non-Western operators reflects a tightly controlled export policy. It should be noted that a South Korean request to purchase JASSMs in the early 2010s was rejected, likely due to the missile's sensitive nature, which has historically hindered its donation. In contrast, Ukraine's Soviet-era Su-27 and Su-24M jets have already been upgraded to carry British and French Storm Shadow and Scalp cruise missiles, which share some characteristics with the JASSM. However, with European stocks running low, there has been increased advocacy for the U.S. to supply cruise missiles, a move expected to significantly enhance the combat effectiveness of Ukraine's F-16 fleet. U.S. President Donald Trump accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of talking nice and then bombing everybody in the evening, as Russia continues to batter Ukraine with intense air attacks. That is a little bit of a problem there, Trump said as he spoke to reporters before departing Joint Base Andrews on Sunday. I don't like it. According to Associated Press, Trump said he was very disappointed with President Putin, adding that he thought he was somebody that meant what he said and he'll talk so beautifully and then he'll bomb people at night. Trump also said the U.S. was going to send Patriot missiles to Ukraine which were going to be paid for by the EU. It'll be business for us and we will send them Patriots which they desperately need, he said. Separately, Trump showed he had complete confidence in FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, saying he was terrific. The Justice Department and FBI are struggling to contain the fallout from this week's decision to withhold records from the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation, which rankled influential far-right media personalities and supporters of President Donald Trump. The move, which included the acknowledgement that one particular sought-after document never actually existed, sparked a contentious conversation between Attorney General Pam Bondi and Bongino at the White House this week. A year on from an assassination attempt on Trump, the U.S. president said he believed God was protecting me. Maybe because God wanted to see our country do better or do really well, he said.
Gaza, we are talking, and hopefully we're going to get that straightened out over the next week. Let's see what happens. I don't know about Rosie. I watch Rosie. Rosie's a mess. She's a mess. But she left our country, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. Well, I'm going to have a meeting with the Secretary General who's coming in tomorrow. But we basically are going to send them various pieces of very sophisticated military, and they're going to pay us 100% for them. And that's the way we want it. And we've been trying to get that again. I don't think Biden ever asked for it. We're in for about 350 billion. Europe is in for 100 billion. That's a lot of money, 100, but they should be in actually for more than us. So as we send equipment, they're going to reimburse us for that equipment. Doesn't that sound good? I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they're going to have some because they do need protection. But the European Union is paying for it. We're not paying anything for it, but we will send it. It'll be business for us, and we will send them Patriots, which they desperately need, because Putin really surprised a lot of people. He talks nice and then he bombs everybody in the evening. So there's a little bit of a problem there, and I don't like it. I spoke to him today. Dan Bongino, very good guy. I've known him a long time. I've done his show many, many times, and he sounded terrific, actually. No, I think he's in good shape. God was protecting me. Maybe because God wanted to see our country do better or do really well, make America great again. But God was protecting me, Brian. I'll tell you, it's the more you think about it, the more you see it. But no, I don't like to think about it much. You know, I have a job to do, so I don't like to think about it much. It's a little bit of a dangerous profession being president, but I really don't like to think about it too much. I think you're better off not thinking about it. Well, I think if Jerome Powell stepped down, it would be a great thing. I don't know that he's going to, but he should. Jerome Powell's been very bad for our country. We should have the lowest interest rate on earth, and we don't. He just refuses to do it. We're going to see what we will see tomorrow, okay? We have the Secretary General. As you know, Europe has announced sanctions. But I am very disappointed with President Putin. You know, I thought he was somebody that meant what he said, and he'll talk so beautifully, and then he'll bomb people at night. We don't like that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.